Hi guys, welcome back to On The Ball City, and in today's episode we're going to review our pre-season in Season 4. So we're up to episode 33, and with the upcoming release of the beta for Football Manager 19, it means that this series will soon be coming to an end. So my plan is to play around 4 or 5 games per season. We try and get through the seasons as quickly as possible, so we can hopefully finish off on a high and potentially either be European or Premier League champions. So that is the aim before the end of the save and before FM19 comes out. So before we get into it, guys, please don't forget, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We've just got our 150th subscriber, so big thank you to all you guys. Really appreciate it. And hopefully we can get up to 200 by the release of FM19. So in this episode, we're going to look at what has happened in pre-season and what are the plans going forward into Season 4. In the last episode, we finished off by getting knocked out of the Europa League semi-final by Seville. Unfortunately, we couldn't score in that game. We got knocked out. And in the league, we finished 6th, which was a fantastic achievement. But this season, we want to go one better. We've improved every season, and the plan is to ideally get into the Champions League, but we want to win the Europa League and we want to win the league. So to do so, I've had to make some very important decisions about the players we've got in the team. I've had to let some players go, but I've brought in some players as well. So let's go and have a look to see who's in the squad. So as you can see, we've got a pretty full squad, and it's a healthy squad, I believe. We've made a change in goal. We have let Angus Gunn leave the club. With a heavy heart, we had to let him go. We need to improve to go forward. He was the second best out of our 2 goalkeepers, and I wanted to bring in a goalkeeper that's better than what we've already got, which meant Angus Gunn had to leave. So we've kept Olsen in goal, whilst bringing in Mattia Perrin. It was a choice between him and Jack Butland. But I decided to go with something different. He was rated as 4-star, which has unfortunately dropped a little bit. But we'll see how he improves, because he has got some fantastic stats on one-on-ones, reflexes, throw-in, bravery. And his average for goalkeeping stats is around 15. So he is a very good goalkeeper. Hopefully that will tell over the season. We've signed him in from Genoa for 15 million. But as you see, for Genoa, he's done very well in general. First season, 36 goals, conceded in 25. Second season, conceded 32 in 40 games. Great season there. 21 clean sheets. And then last season, conceded 40 and 34, which is still ain't bad. It's still not a bad performance. But hopefully he can replicate this a second season in Serie B for Genoa. And then in defence, we've got this young defender that's coming, Carlos Lopez. He is from Portugal. Obviously, he's got a lot of developing to do, but he's got 20 for determination, 14 for marking, and jumping and strength are good already. He's potentially a 4.5 star. I've got him as a backup defender in my first team, just so he gets a little bit of action. I was tempted to send him out on loan, but a couple of players have left, so it meant I've not got full depth in defence, which is why I've kept him. We have made one signing at centre-back, which is Kaglat Soyuncu. In real life, he is at Leicester. He was linked with Arsenal at one point, a potential 4-star defender, but he's got 17 for tackling, 16 for marking, 14 for heading, 15 for pace, 17 for bravery. So overall, he is very good. Determination 16 as well. So hopefully he will improve a bit. He's 24 years of age. So that was one other signing that we brought in. Now, defence was an area that I really wanted to improve. Obviously, we didn't do too bad last season, but I wanted to improve on the goals conceded, because that was an area that did need improving. So to do so, I brought in a stronger left back. His name is Federico Rica. As you can see, very good player. Uruguayan, 25 years of age, 3.5 star. Again, he was rated when I bought him a 4.5 star. So let's see what happens there. But good acceleration, good crossing, good tackling, good marking, good positioning, good work rate. So all the stuff that I like in a fullback. He's done pretty well so far this season already. Obviously, before we already had two good left-backs in James Husband and Mings, so which one was a casualty? Well, initially, it was going to be James Husband, but I've got a soft spot for him. He's always done well since we've started. He makes a lot of tackles. He is very good. And Tyrone Mings made quite a lot of mistakes at the end of the season, so I decided to let Tyrone Mings go. Obviously, there's no Grant Hanley in the defence either. He wanted a transfer. He wanted to go to Wolves. But in the end, I ended up selling him to West Ham. So he missed out, and it meant that I could bring in another defender that's potentially better because he dropped down to a 3-star rating. Midfield was also an area that I really, really wanted to improve. It was pretty good, but they were only rated as 3-star midfielders. So I wanted to try and improve that area. And to do so, I've brought in 3 midfielders that can either play in the centre of midfield or attacking midfield. So I've got a bit of rotation there. The first one being Lewis Cook. Currently a 3-star, 23 years of age, English, can go up to 4-star, although potentially he could increase even more. 14 for passing. Passing is an area that we do need to improve, despite our game being based on it. But he's a very good, solid player and one that can improve a lot. So I brought in Lewis Cook. Another player brought in, bargain, 11 million. Ross Barkley, 26 years old, 3.5 star. Don't look like he can improve much more, but 15 passing, 16 technique, 15 long shots. Obviously, we know about his long shots. So yeah, and he's very strong as well. 18 for strength. He's tall. Unfortunately, he picked up a bit of a knock, but I'm excited to see how he performs for us this season. So another midfielder we brought in was Yusuf Yaziki. And he has got some fantastic stats. 16, 16, 15, 15 for passing, 17 technique, 16 vision, 17 flair. So he has got some very good stats. Current 4-star ability, potential, not much to improve. 23 years old from Turkey. So I'm very happy with that signing there. He can play in the centre. He can play advanced playmaker. So again, we've got the rotation there. And I've also brought in a couple of the other younger players as well. Obviously, Carlos Lopez, we mentioned. Jordan Thomas, because of Ivo Pinto's injury, he has come into the team. He played most of the first season, to be fair, but his crossing does need improving. He did do quite well, but he's a potential 3.5 star. Ismail Lashlab has come in. He's 19 years old from Belgium. Hasn't got fantastic stats, but he's got fantastic acceleration. And he's got the potential to be a 4.5 star. So let's see how he does for us. It'll be interesting to see how he performs. And another one, Radoslaw Mazurkiewicz. Polish, 17 years old, 15 finishing, 14 determination, potential 5-star ability as well. So he can also play on the left. But it'll be interesting to see how he improves. Reason for him going into the first team is just backup, really. We've got Brenner, we've got Oliveira. Both of them are very good players. So I feel that position would be best filled by an upcoming youngster. We've also trimmed our under-23s and under-18s to help improve the training there. Some of the players we couldn't get rid of. But most of the players, obviously this looks quite small now, but I've got a lot of players out on loan, as you can see here. And yeah, we've got a lot of players going out on loan. These are players that are all potentially 4 5-star players. So I'm looking forward to see how they do on loan. And then obviously our under-18s, again, is very small as well. A couple of players out on loan as well there. No real potential players in here. Apart from Liam Mercado, he looks pretty good. 15 for finishing, 14 for pace. Potential 5-star ability. So let's see how he does. He's doing well in the youth team. And looking at the players that have left the club, I did think it was going to mix up because I bought a lot of these players at the end of the season. I thought it was going to show half of them, which it did, half of them at the end of last season and half of them at this season. But it has separated them all correctly. So these are all the transfers in. A couple of other young players that have come in that have gone out on loan. So you've got Shalar, 18 years old from Kosovo. We've got Felipe Silva. He's going to be a potential good player. He's a striker. 13th finishing, 17th for technique, 17 determination. He's from Chile, so I can't wait to see how he performs as well. And then we got John Jacob Menos from Auxerre, I believe we got him from. 19 years old, French left back. Looks pretty good. Okay crossing, good tackling, good technique. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he improves as well. But the players that have gone full time, so the players that have left permanently in the summer, obviously we've got Angus Gunn, he went to Leicester. Bargain price of 700,000, but I needed the money to get players in. Norwich Leitner has joined Wolves for 11 million. Carlton Morris, although he had a couple of good cameo roles where he done well, he has left for 1.2 million to join for Barnsley. We finally got rid of Dennis Sabeni, 150,000 to Cheltenham. Tim Closer went to Hertha, 1.8 million. Tetty's gone on a free. Grant Hanley, 7.75 million to West Ham. Tyrone Mings, 8 million to West Brom. And that is all the permanent transfers out. So we made 32 million. We spent 70. So it means that we've got a little bit of money left in the bank. As you see, our overall balance is 8 million. It did drop, but it's the more we play, the more it's going up. Profit 1.6 million so far. But we're doing quite well. We've got no real budget left. But maybe that'll go up once we start getting some prize money from Europe. And then I think I'm happy with the squad in general. We might get a few more youth players in January. But we will see. I also made a few changes to my coaching staff. And as you can see at the moment, we have the best rating coaching in the whole league for everything. So that is fantastic. Our scouts need improving. Physio, we've got the best physiotherapy. Sports science, we're second. So we're doing well there. So scouting is the biggest one we need to improve. I haven't got a director of football, but we'll have a quick look at the coaching team. In comes Paul Clement. Obviously, a lot of people will know him. He was a Swansea manager, assistant manager at Bayern Munich, Derby manager, coach at Real Madrid. So he's got a lot of experience behind him. He's coming as a coach for us. We've got Tommy Martin. He's looking pretty good. And I can't remember exactly who else has been brought in. I think Schlumberger might be a new guy. But yeah, we made some changes in the coaching department and we are currently the best in the league, which is fantastic. And if we look at our team report before we end the show, as you can see, we've got a lot of options, a lot of talent in the youth team. And it's just talking about our goals. We've got one of the best scouting teams in the competition. So we've got one of the best, but not the best, which is the aim. Hopefully by the end of the season, we will have the best scouting team. But unfortunately, our weaknesses says there's not a great deal outside the first team, although we have got these youngsters. Lack of quality depth in goal, better depth will be used at centre-back. The squad lacks decision-making. The squad ranks in the bottom third of competition for work rate, so that is an area we can improve. Teamwork is poor as well. Poor first touch, poor passing. So they're the areas when looking for a new player we can look for to improve the squad. We need a new leader. We do need a captain. I can't remember who the captain is at the moment. It's obviously Hanley and Thingy have gone. But as you can see, if you look at the potential ability, we've got all these players on 5-star, 4.5-star. Lewis Cook potential 4.5-star there. 4.5, 4.5. So the future looks bright. We definitely need some better youngsters in goal. But overall, potential ability of the players in the squad looks fantastic. Looking at the current ability, Brenner is obviously the standout striker. And then we've got a lot of 3-stars. Salai, Yuzuki, Madison, all pretty good there. The wings, looking at that, it says the wings could do with improving, but I'm happy with what we've got. You've got Barkley, Yuzuki in midfield there. And then again, the defence, it looks like an area that could be improved, but obviously some of these players are still young and they're developing, so they will improve. But it doesn't look. You look at it first off, and it doesn't look like, oh, that's a standout team, but we are doing quite well. So yeah, so that is just a brief overview of what we've done for pre-season. The next episode, we will run through what has happened in the pre-season fixtures, what's happened at the start of the season, and we're going to play 2 games for you. So thanks guys for watching. I always find going through the pre-season always seems a bit long-winded, but I just wanted to show you what we've done with the squad, because I've got a lot of confidence that this team is going places and we are going to achieve our goals before FM19 comes out. So please stay tuned. The next episode, like I said, 2 games for you. We're going to run down what has happened in our pre-season games, and hopefully we can get 2 victories for you, get plenty of goals, and really push on for success.